In the heart of a forgotten valley, hidden by jagged mountains and cloaked in perpetual mist, there grew a tree so ancient that no one knew when it had first taken root. Its massive trunk was gnarled and twisted. Its branches stretched endlessly toward the heavens, and its bark shimmered faintly, as if the essence of time itself flowed through it. The villagers of Evershade whispered tales of its magic, how it could remember everything that had ever happened beneath its branches, but no one dared to go near it. Legends said the tree held not just memories, but also secrets. Dark, haunting truths that had driven people to madness. They called it the Whispering Sentinel, and only the desperate or the foolish sought its counsel. One cold autumn evening, a young woman named Alina arrived in Evershade. She was a wanderer, her boots caked with mud and her cloak frayed at the edges. In her hand, she clutched a pendant with a cracked emerald, the only thing left of her mother. Alina's mother had vanished 10 years ago, leaving behind a cryptic note: "The truth lies with the tree." The villagers stared at her with a mix of pity and fear as she asked about the tree. An old man, bent with age and weighed down by years of regret, finally spoke. "If you go to that tree," he rasped, "you may find what you're looking for. But beware, its memories are not given freely. They come with a price." Alina didn't care. She had spent a decade chasing shadows, clinging to hope. If the tree could tell her what happened to her mother, she would face whatever price it demanded. The journey to the tree was treacherous. The mist grew thicker with every step, and the air seemed to hum with an unnatural energy. When Alina finally stood before the Whispering Sentinel, she felt as though she were being watched by unseen eyes. The tree's presence was overwhelming, its sheer size dwarfing everything around it. Its leaves rustled softly, though there was no wind. Gathering her courage, Alina stepped closer and placed her hand on the rough bark. "I seek the truth about my mother," she said, her voice steady despite the tremor in her heart. The tree seemed to shudder beneath her touch, and a deep, resonant voice filled the air, as if the earth itself were speaking. "You seek what has been forgotten. Very well, but remember, knowledge is a burden, and not all truths are kind." Suddenly, Alina's vision blurred, and she was pulled into the tree's memory. She stood in a scene from the past, the same valley bathed in sunlight. Her mother, younger and full of life, stood beneath the tree with another figure, a man cloaked in shadows. "Do you understand what this means?" the man asked. "I do," her mother replied, clutching the emerald pendant. "But I can't let it fall into their hands. It's too dangerous." The man stepped closer. "Then you must leave Ilara, hide it, and never return." Alina watched as her mother buried something at the base of the tree, a small, ornate box. Before she could ask any questions, the vision shifted violently. The man turned, his face suddenly clear, and Alina gasped. It was the same old man who had warned her in the village. The vision faded, and Alina found herself back before the tree, her heart pounding. The tree's voice rumbled again. "The truth you sought is yours, but truth is not without cost." Pain lanced through her chest, and she stumbled back. She realized the pendant she had worn her entire life was now crumbling into dust. "No!" she cried. "Why? Why did you take it?" The tree's branches swayed, and its voice softened. The pendant was more than a keepsake. It carried the fragment of your mother's soul, bound to this valley to protect what she hid. By seeking the truth, you have freed her. But now, the choice is yours. Take what she left behind, or leave it buried and live your life in peace. Alina stared at the base of the tree where her mother had buried the box. Her fingers itched to dig, to uncover the secret her mother had sacrificed everything to protect. But a small voice in her heart hesitated. What if opening the box unleashed something terrible? As she knelt before the tree, the whispers in its leaves grew louder, almost as if urging her to choose. Alina took a deep breath. "Tell me what's inside," she demanded. The tree's reply was a single word, echoing through the valley like a thunderclap. "Power." What will Alina choose? Will she unearth her mother's secret, Or will she walk away from the valley forever? The answers lie with the tree and with Alina's courage to face the unknown.